I'm Peter Pangbourne. My grandfather was Herbert Pangbourne. Now, I'm not sure if it's Walter or his father started the stonemasonry in Portland. And my grandfather certainly ran the stonemasonries between the wars. And up to when he retired in the 50s. And these are where I got sort of sitting at his knee, because I was always interested in how things work and how things are done. You sort of, that's why I pick up the stories. My grandfather's favourite piece of masonry work is on the Bewley River. Right. Lord Rothschild's estate there spans over a road, and he was back in the 30s. They were commissioned to build a bridge over this road, but it's not. The bridge is actually curved. Now, the plan is curved on the plan. It's curved on the horizontal. And each side comes in and goes out. So you can imagine how many. They constructed this in Portland and fitted it. They didn't have to touch anything. It was all prefabbed.
And pre-assembled.
And then one pre-assembled, taken out there and then assembled in place and finished.
Wow.
He thought that was probably the pinnacle of his management of getting. You know, ASDIC, or sonar as it's now called, was invented down in Portland Harbour. In 1938, late 38 or early 39, my grandfather was asked to go, what do you like at lunch, by some people, scientists down there, engineers down there. So off he poddled to his lunch, and the pay time came up at the end of lunch, and they gave him a bit of quartz, gave him a bit of material, about 2 inches long, about half an inch cube, and said, "We know you've got some nice big saws up at your place. Can you have a go at cutting that?" And Grandpa said, "I've got, I think it was an 18-foot saw and a 24-foot saw. You know, they're just going to, something's going to break. You know, it's just smashing." So, but a couple of years before, he'd been out to Holland and had gone around diamond cutting place, works. And he got talking to the engineers there. And they said, "Well, look, what we do is we get diamond dust and then impregnate it into cast iron, make either files or cutting wheels, and that's how we cut diamonds. We use a very fine wheel, which is cast iron, but it's 80% diamond dust. So the dust is cutting." And they gave him one and said, "Take that back to Portland and see if it's any good to you." Thinking, well, if it's any good, he'll have to buy them. Anyway, he remembered this, so he set this up in a lathe and a piece of material and wound it in. And he said, it was hard. It really was hard. It took him 40 minutes to cut it, you know, cut through half-inch cube of material. So about 4 o'clock, he rung up the scientist down there and said, "That material's hard, isn't it?" They said, "Yes." "It took me all of 40 minutes to cut it." They said, "What?" "Don't go anywhere. Leave the setup there. We're on our way out." 10 minutes later, turned up, made him do it again. I said, at the moment, to cut that is taking something like 2.5 days.
Wow.
How accurately can you cut it? He said, well, I'd have to design a machinery. How often do you want to cut them? So they explained they wanted a array made, and they cut it at angles. So we design some tools to do it, which won't wear. Well, what they did, they put 2 roller bearings, but 45, not straight, but 45 degrees, on springs either side, so that the wear on the bearings was compensated by the springs. So they kept, and off they did. That's what was going on. But when there was talk of the Germans going into Holland, overrunning Holland, he rang up his mate, who supplied the diamond, the disc or the diamond, and he said, "Look, if the Germans go in there, I'm going to run out of diamonds, just like that, and I won't be able to make you cut your quartz." So they, on the pretense of getting the royal family out of Holland, they sent a couple of destroyers over. There's actually a film about it. And God knows how many safe-blowing experts they could find. And they opened every diamond safe in Amsterdam and took all the diamonds. And came back. And he got an OBE for that. One of my forebearers was one of the masons who were there when Cleopatra's Needle were erected into Portland stone. His base is Portland stone. And somehow a little chipping or 2 came off the bottom, which was then put into a brooch, which now my wife's got.
Wow.